chase lounge or whatever you call it over there.
That's it, man. I'm all about it. See if we can get anybody on. We don't have anybody watching yet.
Man, I'm gonna be on camera right there.
No, you're going to be on camera.
No,
Yes, you are too.
I'm gonna come hang out.
All right.
Being away.
What's up, Tommy Bain? But I'm trying to hold on a sec. Let me turn off the music here. Okay. Y'all forgive me. All right. Patrick Johnson in the house, y'all.
What's up?
Skyrise pressure watching right there. Okay, we are live. Jeremy's getting some things set up there. We'll show you what we got going on here. This is outside Jeremy's hotel room. Jeremy's got the view. See that? Pretty nice. We are live at the Huge. So we are live at Opryland Hotel.
We were
and Convention
staying
Center.
at the Cascade,
Yeah.
and that's where we were at first go around.
Are you up there yet, Jeremy?
Why am I seeing your phone?
Yes, because is that better?
It would be the worst podcast without the thumb in the picture.
The worst podcast
Worst
ever.
podcast ever.
Okay, by the way, check it. You know you're in Jeremy's room. Would you look at this? It's a smorgasbord. It's a buffet of snacks.
That's all the food groups.
All the major food groups right here. All right. So where do you want to?
Where do you want to? I can't figure out why I can't get this on.
It's because you can only access from one.
But it says only the host can see you. May have.
Give us just a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh gosh. And then that's
It's
why-
the worst podcast ever. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm trying to work this out. This is very, I don't know if you noticed, but it's very impromptu.
Don't move my face.
Okay. Nutty buddy.
Happy?
You want one?
No, I'm good, bro. Just got done.
Tommy Bain. Tracker Hank Deerhead blood tracking. What's up? Justin. Topes. Sean Weber. Sean, I haven't seen a video in a bit. Maybe I just overlooked it. I know how to clean up. Good to see everybody. I don't know what our topic is tonight other than just being live at the Huge with Nutty Buddies. Okay. That's where the camera is.
How y'all doing?
Patrick Johnson. No kin to Patrick Ewing. Got it figured out yet?
Struggling, son. Almost there.
Well, it's good to see everybody tonight. I hope you're doing well. We are live at the Huge. Jeremy and I and Patrick, we've been here all afternoon and got here a night early so that we could come to you live. But Jeremy and I went out to eat, and Jeremy got sick over sweet tea, so
Oh,
it wasn't pretty.
it's horrible.
And so we're kind of running behind a little bit.
What was the problem? Not sweet enough?
I hate
Too
sweet.
sweet?
I hate sweet tea.
Really?
I'm not a sweet tea guy.
He's weird.
North
It's
Carolina
weird.
right here, but we love it.
So if you're at the
I do it on
Huge
the farm.
tonight,
Oh, yeah.
if you're at the hotel, we are in Magnolia. What's the number?
5387.
Magnolia
1373.
5307.
1373.
Magnolia 5307. Come join us. We're having a party.
There we go.
Well, hey, buddy.
I'll turn my volume down.
Yeah, down.
Today.
Yeah, down.
Lucky.
guess I do have to turn it down. Hold on.
Is this any better?
Yeah, we don't have to have it on. Well, I guess I do. But
What we got here? Gosh. I was wondering if it's on our phone to get together.
Yeah.
They,
Stupid.
there we go. Yeah. But do it like this.
Well, it's good to see everybody tonight. I hope everybody's doing well.
About 3 seconds, aren't we? Yeah. Can you hear that?
Three guys, one bed. What kind of conviction is it? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Prestige Pressure Washing Services in Florida. Good to see you tonight. So if you're here at the huge room 5307 in the Magnolia Suite,
1373.
is
M1373.
1373.
that's my room. That's my room.
What room are you in?
2208.
M2208.
Yeah. And go bang on the door. Let me in.
Watch out, that 6 foot 6 kid in there might have a problem.
Oh, we're super excited about being here live at the huge. I know it's unconventional and kind of sporadic and all over the place, but we're just having a good time. Just wanted to encourage everyone. If you've never been to the huge, come on out. It's a great time. What say you, Jeremy?
Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. I muted this to see if the echo would quit. Is it still echoing? Yeah, it is the worst. You're right, Justin. Van, let me know. Did this fix it? Can you guys still hear me?
Well, they might be able to hear you from mine.
That's what I was hoping. That way I could still see but be muted. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I guess I don't really have to have mine muted if you're right here.
Okay, Justin's saying that it's fixed.
Okay.
All right, fantastic. All right, so tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I believe it is.
Yeah.
I'll be taking a course on systems. What are you doing tomorrow?
I don't know. First time here. I was going to ask you about that.
I'm taking a Christmas light course.
I'm taking.
Yeah.
We originally were going to do it, but I wasn't sure.
It was $99. Now I think it's $2.99.
I don't think this on that.
The Howard Partridge one would be well worth the money.
Anybody else in our chat room tonight that's here at the huge? Let me know. Good. Beautiful facilities here at the Opryland Hotel. This is my second year, and I tried to see everything. I've yet to see everything. It's absolutely huge, right? It's monstrous, isn't it? Monstrous.
There's a lot of walking. Wear your hay dudes.
Yeah.
Wear your hay dudes. Yeah.
Or Birkenstocks like mine.
How long did it take you to get here, Jeremy?
3.5 hours.
It took me about 4.5
So it
hours.
wasn't that far. It's not that far from me, really.
Right. Yeah, Van. I'd love to meet you, Van. I'd love for you to be able to come sometime. We're having a blast. So, no,
Not Jimmy.
it's still Magnolias.
Oh, Florida Dad Vader. Man, I'm going out of business before I got into business. I tried everything, bandit signs, door, knocking, door hangers, nothing. Maybe too many pressure washers in Central Florida.
Well,
So, I don't really know. Oh, there, I can just click on that. That's pretty cool. I've never used my phone before. You know, Vader, I hear that from a lot of people about, are there too many washers in Florida, Central Florida? And the answer is probably, I don't know, maybe, because it seems like there is, but you got to kind of figure out how to stand out in a crowd. You got to find your niche inside, or your niche, as some would say. I know Florida's got a lot more washers, but I know there's a lot of population, especially in Central Florida. That's just the way I like to view things. So I would encourage you to keep in, hang in. If it's just an absolute, you got to go to provide for your family, understand that one.
Yeah, no shame in giving it a try and seeing what you can do. You're right. Florida is probably not the best place to start a business, but I can appreciate what Jeremy's saying. Find a niche. There's restaurant cleaning, hood vent cleaning, just doing concrete, obviously houses, all manner of commercial businesses that can be cleaned. Commercial type of.
Justin has a good comment here. Let's pop that up there. How do you get over the mindset of scarcity when there's competition all the way around? I think that's an excellent question, and I would encourage you to maybe reach out to the competition and introduce yourself in a friendly manner and see if you can network as far as building a relationship. I know when I first started out, there really wasn't that many people around me. There was one guy, and I did reach out to him, and we've just talked, we've networked, we've sent jobs to each other. And as I've kind of grown and got a little bit bigger in my area, I've had newer washers reach out to me, so I try to return the favor and be friendly. I know not everyone has that mindset of being friendly, but how to get over it is, I think you just got to decide to get over it. I think another thing that helps is going to where pressure washers are, networking with other ones, seeing other ones, just like this event. You can see that not everyone is out to get you. So I'll leave it at that.
Here we go. Lucas says, I'm on my second year of exterior cleaning. I've managed to replace the paycheck from my old job, and I'm doing full time now. Good for you, brother. Fantastic. Where are you from, Lucas? He said, I'm thankful for all the amazing information from you guys out there.
Thanks.
And then Justin. Great. I don't know if you saw this or not.
So, Van, update on full-time. June 6th was my tentative to go full-time date. My wife had a few things come up as far as health things. So we're waiting on a few tests to come back, so I didn't want to go ahead and leave and lose my insurance. October, we should know some results from those tests, and at this point in October, I'm just considering staying on until March because there's not going to be that much washing left from October to the 1st of December. So probably just going to hang on until March. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, Justin, you can't network. You cannot network too much. Anybody who can get you a job. I would also consider networking with realtors, flippers. I picked up another job today from a flipper, and I will tell you, guys, it has been slow for me. The fresh phone line has been blank and quiet, but phone's starting to ring again. Thank you, Sean. Sean says prayers for your wife. That's awesome,
thanks,
brother.
Sean.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Todd will be here tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Now, Prestige, you're doing well. Am I to understand that correctly? That July was slow, but August is gangbusters. Am I right about that? Yeah, it's been slow for me. But Patrick, you're doing good.
Thanks, man.
Well, no, I'm just saying. It was more of a question than it was a.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, actually, we've gotten some business here lately from a commercial. I guess you would say a middleman. They're a commercial cleaning company. They reached out to us, just seen us on Google, and we landed them, did a job for them the other week. Talked to the owner today. He's going to have us working in most of the central part of North Carolina. The earlier question y'all had, it's okay for me to share, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You was talking about you've tried everything you can to get business. I told a young man the other day, you need to get real comfortable with being on a camera. Today's world, it's not about just signs, door hangers, knocking doors. If you want a real presence in your community, you got, like Mike had said, you got to set yourself apart. You got to be comfortable with taking that phone camera out, shoot a little bit of video of where you're at, what you're doing. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a big production, but you've got to set yourself apart. And to do that, show people your personal side and show good work. It ain't just about before and after pictures. Get some video of you working or one of your workers working. Say what you're doing, where you're at, and what type of work you're doing. Build that rapport through the camera. And it seems like that's kind of when we started really getting business, when we started having more of a presence personally in the field instead of just putting out signs. It's not saying that stuff doesn't work, but you know, what is it? The average client, you have to have about 5 or 6 touches in a way to land them. So I would say get comfortable being uncomfortable on camera. And it gets easier the more you do it. And the next thing you know, people tend to like you personally, so they want to do business with you. That's what's really helped us out a lot.
Look how comfortable he is on camera right now. He's killing it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Patrick Johnson said you've got to touch your clients at least 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times.
Whoa, I don't know about this.
And a big smile when you do it.
Just make sure they're smiling when you do it. It is great advice, Sean. That's good stuff. Why don't you come over and sit down, my brother?
Well, man,
Bring a chair
we're
out
just
there.
going to hang out.
No,
Yes, sir.
get you a chair. Pull that one over there. Yeah. We'll pull this right over here. Look at here. I can do this. Oh, sorry, bro. Whoa.
Man, go ahead. You the main guy. It's your thing.
Might have some questions out there. I'm going to use my middle finger here to. American Property Star says he booked 3 estimates today. That's fantastic. Okay, Justin Brewer has a question for you. He says, what about a QR code to link into the intro video on YouTube?
I would have it on my signage as well. I had a gentleman approach me at a gas station maybe a couple of weeks ago, and he's seen the signs. I've actually got signs hanging on the back of my rig that I had Mike made for us. And he said, if you have a QR code, I could just take a picture. And I said, well, I have thought about doing that. And he definitely took a picture of the sign and got our phone number.
Yeah.
But he wanted to go right to our website. So anything you could do to simplify for the customer. I mean, you never know how many people's going down the road taking a picture of your rig just to get a phone number. So
I had a guy, Gabriel Cologne, took a picture of my rig on 71. Come to the Huge, and why you didn't call me, I don't know. He drives up beside me on the interstate, takes a picture of my rig or my truck, and then sends it to me. I'm like, why didn't you call me?
well, when you run into somebody famous, you know.
And he's probably intimidated.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was just
Probably.
intimidated.
He probably just wanted to shake your hand.
So I got a technical question here.
There you go.
Is there any way to downstream with SH and soap without batch mixing? Well, you could have a metering valve system set up, and you could pull that way. I just put mine in there though. You know, I don't put any in there more because I don't use soap because I don't like it. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of money.
It's against my religion.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've been in business 1.5 years. I've never shot soap on anything.
Yeah, I feel like it's a gimmick. You'll get people saying it's for cobwebs and dirt daubers and stuff of that nature, but maybe it is, but I have no problem not using it. So
Yeah, the problem with batch mixing is if you want to shoot, if you decide you don't want to shoot SH, then you're out of luck. You've got to shoot it. So you could get a dual barbed injector, so an injector that has 2 barbs on it, and the barb going to your soap or your surfactant, you just turn that off when you don't want soap, turn it on when you do want soap. You just have to greatly dilute it so you're not pulling 100% soap. But that's one way to do that. Oh, can't see me.
Well, they can.
Hey, 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 Patrick. Oh, I'm 53 years old.
I guess, Jeremy, you're the young man in the group, aren't you?
I'm 36.
Yeah.
I'm 36.
There you go. Question for you.
I feel, Jeremy, how's your leaf flow? Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a little dry at the moment. We have several jobs coming in. I have 2 calls on the way over. I'm not booked out 3 weeks by any means, but about a solid week worth of work. So at this point in time, it's pretty much a week to week, slightly day to day. But what about you? Comment down below. Let me know how's Somerset looking. If it's looking good, I might need to come over there.
I was actually hoping that they're going to take up a love offering for me here at the Huge because it's getting bad. What about this guy right here?
Yeah, this is Cardona here.
What about old Gabriel?
You know he's good.
Yeah,
I can't stand Gabriel.
we missed you at lunch, dinner tonight, man. Where'd you eat at? Let me know. Was it good? I'm all about some food.
All right, we do pray for Ukraine, absolutely.
That must be one of your subscribers.
Anything to note when clean pebble concrete driveway, surface cleaner okay? It is. You know, if it's loose, you'll know it.
Yeah, I just did one 4 days ago.
No problems.
It had loose, so I ended up having to hit it pretty heavy with SH, slid it to well, and then came back with the M twist or the twist and did a fan tip. Washed it off. It came clean, but it wasn't heavy mold mildew. It was mainly dirt.
So when you're on, you have to speak up because we were working through lines. All right, fantastic. Got some more questions, comments, concerns, criticisms.
Well, Joseph, if I turn my mic up, it starts echoing with Mike's mic, and then no one can hear anything we're saying.
It's really the Clemson fans, Mike.
It's probably the Clemson fan. Roll Tide.
Oh, that's great. Good stuff. So, yeah, we got a full lineup of workshops and classes to take Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be a great weekend. If you have not planned for next year's Huge convention, then you need to plan to do it. We had 15 tickets to give away, so there's a lot of there's not too many excuses. So we'd encourage you to sign up and come next year.
I got one right now to give away if you want to come, if it'll still work. You want to drive over?
Yeah, if you're within driving distance of Nashville, then we've got tickets for you.
Todd, you've got to play some real football now since you're in the SEC.
What are your thoughts, Jeremy, on EDM cards?
I've never used them. I wouldn't be opposed to it if I was, I don't know, I'm saying if I was in a different area. I'm not sure how well they work in my area. I've never used them. I like yard signs better. That's just me.
Every door direct mail?
Never used it. I'm in a rural area as well. Doesn't really do much for us
I feel like
where
I
we're
throw it
at.
out.
Yeah.
I throw mine out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can speak from personal experience that at least in my area, and this comes from a guy who makes every door direct mail cards. If you want them, I can make them for you. But it seems to me that what happens is whenever I get information in the mail for something that I'm wanting, something that I'm needing, it just gives me an idea, and then I go and get 2 or 3 more estimates. number of years ago, we got windows for our house. And what put us in the mindset of getting windows is I got a mailer. I got an Every Door Direct mailer in the mailbox. And I told my wife we ought to check into this. We ended up getting 3 estimates, and we did not go with the person who sent us the mailer. We also did the same thing with the fence. I saw a sign. I called up the fence company. They gave me this astronomical price, so I got 2 more estimates, and I did not go with the guy who had the advertisement. So, I guess that works with all kinds of advertisement. You just really never know if you're advertising for someone else. But what people tell me about Every Door Direct Mail, those who do it regularly, is that it takes 2 or 3 times to get into the mailboxes. As Patrick says, you need several touches, and that's a good way to do it. But you're talking thousands of dollars ultimately over the lifetime of 2, 3, 4 times doing that. And if you're wanting to brand your business, that's a great way to do it. If you're wanting to market your business, probably not your best ad spend.
At the end of the day, it's all about branding. No matter what you do for a living, what type of service you provide or business you're in, if you're not doing everything you can to build a brand, it's going to be slow growth all the way, man. You got to set yourself apart in your area. I don't care if you have to wear a clown suit. Do something that makes people remember you.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of clowns. I like to say. We're still old enough to remember Ringling Brothers Barnum.
Oh, sure. I went recently.
Yeah.
All right.
He went to clown college, right?
He did.
All right. Hey, guys. Got my new 4-gallon per minute machine today. I'm going to do a commercial job tonight. Wow. That's awesome. Good for you there, Reg and Clean. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's awesome. Good for you.
Or Regine Clean?
I think it's Regina Clean.
Regine Clean.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, I like this guy.
I think you secretly admire him.
I do have kind of a man crush.
You do.
I'm not gonna lie.
You talk about the stash.
The stash has me going, and he doesn't mind it if I call him Scene. Scene Weaver, because you're a scene weaver. All right, sorry, that just happened. Sean says, in my mind, those door hangers with the estimates on them are really nifty. I want to try them out on neighborhoods. Absolutely. Well, I know a guy who can hook you up with those.
Mike, you're in a singing mood tonight. Is that because you were reminiscing on your old YouTube videos earlier?
Oh, I got to tell y'all. So I have a 4.5-hour drive, and I took a little drive down memory lane as well. And I went back 700 plus videos and watched some of my early videos. I didn't realize how much I used to sing in my videos all the time. Like, I would never dream of doing that now. Now I'm way too professional being the Fresh Rinse.
Wait a minute, that rap song's yours, right? The new one. The
Kind
one
of.
you put out, you did that one.
Yeah, sure
That
I
was
did.
you on the mic.
Yeah, sure it is.
I thought it was.
DJ Fresh.
Yeah.
Andrew, hello, New Zealand. What do we have? Can't keep up the comments. It's a lot harder on this to keep up with them.
I don't know about this. I don't know about that. But that's okay.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joseph. I've never knocked on a door ever. I'm not against knocking on the door. I have walked up to a neighbor when they're outside. So is that considered door knocking? Introduced myself, gave them a card. I guess that's kind of in the family of that, but I've never really. I don't want to say I've never had to, because I guess I never have had to, but I've just been fortunate enough not to have to do that. I feel like I'm just dancing all the way around this.
That's okay. I like this one. I like that one.
Because he won't take the camera off of me, that's why. I told him I was just here to hang out.
Listen, I'm not a camera hog.
Yeah, but the camera ain't going to work. You keep it on me much longer.
Bright Power Wash, my man. I met Bright Power Wash recently.
I can't keep up with the comments on this little screen. I get like 2 comments. That's all I can see.
Oh, because it's so small. Okay, here we go. Barry, if you're listening, we are in, I forget, 5307?
5307.
5307, my man.
We got snacks.
Oh, I can see now. Here we go.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Did you hear that?
He does do good work now. I'll tell you that. This stuff is as good as you can get.
It's all right.
This is,
Hey, Barry, how many sneakers are you packing? How many pairs of shoes? I want to know right now.
you know, he collects shoes.
Big shoe guy.
Oh, he's a big shoe guy.
We're talking hundreds of pairs.
I
of
bet
shoes.
he's gonna bring 10 pairs.
Like Jordans or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, Barry's
Well, if we
weird
had
like
his
that.
money, we could probably do that too, right?
Private message me there, Reggie Clean.
Did you see this?
Private message me or text me.
Look here, Barry Little driving. He walks about 10 miles an hour. He does. He does.
He's on fire about everywhere he goes, ain't he?
Oh God. Justin, the door hangers are like $295, $300 for 1,000. That's a good deal.
Hey, and if you want to order some, all you got to do is text Mike at this number right here. You can text him right now. Go ahead. I dare you.
Go get my phone real quick. It's just running.
If he doesn't respond back,
I swear I'll do it right now.
The test came back negative. I don't know what that's about.
oh,
I swear if you text me right now, we will answer it live on the podcast. Did you see that? Did you see my code?
No, I didn't. You know.
You can. That's what I was showing you. So, you talk about lazy.
you just showed everybody.
Oh,
Missed the comments.
oh, that's great. Well, I just closed the job.
That's awesome.
I just closed the job, so
Hey,
there. That's
Dave.
good.
Hey, hey,
Check mine now.
Okay, here we go.
I got a question. I got this phone call. Now this is going to require some answering. Give me hold this.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready? And even for you guys watching, let me know how you would evaluate this. If you had the opportunity to buy someone out of business, how would you go about evaluating that business for an offer? Let's say it's a relatively new business. They do okay. I don't have exact numbers, but what would be your approach in evaluating that? What would you look for? Would you look at the equipment? Would you look at the recurring monthly?
Best ever done.
Yeah. Would you look at the reoccurring monthly commercial contracts, or would you look and see if they have annual contracts with residential customers, or what if they have no contracts with residential customers, but they've also maybe washed a couple hundred houses a season and they've been in business for 2 or 3 years? Would you consider that? I'm looking for feedback for a friend who asked me this question and would greatly appreciate everyone's opinion on this.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would ask for a P&L statement right out of the gate. And then I would want to see a book of business for return customers like you were speaking of. That would be first and foremost what I would look for. I would do my evaluation based off of that and any of the equipment, and that equipment would be appreciated because it is used. But yeah, that's P&L statement, book of business,
So
equipment.
let's say, how would you depreciate the equipment? Would you give it based off a percentage in your head? Say, you're offering 25% of what it's worth or what it is new, or are you looking at it and basing it off the appearance of it and the hours? Or I don't know that there's a right or wrong answer to that question.
I think if it's really good equipment, if I'm honest,
Yeah.
as a business owner, I would only offer 40% of what new
Max.
would be max.
For
And it would
for
have to be in good
stuff.
shape.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir. If it's beat up, then probably no more than 20%.
Yeah.
At the max. And I mean, that's not a lot of hours either, not just beat down. It's got to be. It'd be nice to see some maintenance records, things like that.
Okay.
But that's where putting systems in your business
Mhm.
is going to help you out in the long run. If you're even thinking about getting into any business so that you can sell it later to make a profit, you better be keeping good records, because that's going to be one of the first things they want.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so I ran across this question yesterday, and I was asked my opinion, and I said it's pretty hard to give a realistic answer without knowing, what kind of numbers they're doing. It's a newer business, but anyways, I was just kind of curious.
So, just so you know, this fellow right here is a realtor as well. So that's quality information coming to you. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
He's a realtor.
I'm almost kind of curious on like this new law thing that's passed, and I just read about the other day.
I might not be able to hear you much. You might want to speak up.
I don't know if you can hear me, but we don't have to answer that question here. So.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, antitrust laws won't let me really talk about it because we can't. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the standard, and I won't give a number, the standard percentage that agents charge is not a law. It's not written in stone. It's basically something you can negotiate, and that was kind of what the law was about.
So I know where I live at. My mother-in-law is a realtor. My brother-in-law was a realtor, and I'm not a realtor, so I guess I can say whatever I want to say.
You can.
In our area, the rule of thumb was somewhere between 5 and 6%. Now we had one realty business; they would do 3.5%. But then I know that they would give, I think, 2.5% to the seller, and then they would only keep 1.5%, or for the other realtor. So they were keeping less than half.
Right.
So I was just reading, and a question I had is that I seen that the buyer may be responsible for paying their representing realtor, which is a big change.
It can be negotiated that way, yes.
Okay, so I was, in my head, I'm thinking like, I'm just having a conversation, but I'm like, well, why do I need a realtor to buy a house if I'm going to have to pay them? Like, I can just negotiate straight for myself?
If you own your property, I believe that you could do that.
Yeah,
Normally
I don't know.
You would go to a lawyer and have them draw paperwork.
Yeah.
The buyer side, naturally, you go to a realtor because they've got access, basically, to properties. But I mean, there's a little more to it. There's some paperwork in between there that that's why a realtor is a good person to have on your side. But yeah, everything's negotiable. I've heard of some realtors that will do like a full service, turnkey service, where say somebody wants to sell their house, they need it cleaned out or junked out.
Yep.
They might need some repairs done. I know brokers out there that are like a turnkey guy. He goes in or she goes in, and they clean out a property, fix up a property, and then they ask for a higher percentage so that they get reimbursed from the house sales. I mean, everything's negotiable in real estate.
Yeah.
There was never a set fee. It was just an assumed this is what
It's
we
kind of
do.
like an unspoken rule or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I got you. I like it. I was just kind of curious because I was like, when I read that the buyer may have to pay a fee to their representing agent, I was like, well, that's new. I feel like. I mean,
It's I don't know. It's I guess it would be a good and a bad thing. It just don't know how you approach it. But not a lot of people have changed the way they're doing things. They've kind of kept it the same. But,
I would love to. I'd love to be a realtor.
yeah.
I'd like it. I really considered it.
Yeah.
Then I kind of feel like, is it flooded? I guess it's like anything else.
It's like
Is it
anything
flooded?
else, brother.
You know, you got to make your own way.
Yeah, you've got properties out here that are in a certain price range that are really not moving right now because of the rates. What I tell people is, if you're going to buy now at the rate you got, refinance out of it later to a lower rate when they drop. If you try to wait the market out, the problem with that is when the rates drop, the prices are going to shoot up anywhere from 12, 15, 18%.
Dave Ramsey says the exact same
I just
thing.
heard Dave Ramsey say that. Okay, let's see. Got a question here. River Valley. Hey, I'm building one of your chemical boxes until I get enough money for a flow pro. Do you know what size box you use on the latest version? Well, River Valley, I haven't built one of those in probably 2 years. I can't really remember the dimensions. Um, However, maybe in one of my videos, I feel like I may have shared a link for to build that, like the link to the box to build it if you can find it. No, it's yeah, it's bigger than that. I think it's like a
Oops, sorry.
4x5 by like 9.5 or something like that. Don't hold me to it. I don't know exactly. Arnie Ryder says 6 6 by 4. I think I went with like an 8 6 by 4 or a 9 6 by 4, something along those lines. It was more of a rectangle for me, slightly. Josh, I do Christmas lights.
You do.
Mike does not do Christmas lights. Do you do Christmas lights?
I am interested in finding out. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. So.
Christmas lights is a big deal. It's big money, big profit, and I would definitely recommend you to at least dabble in it this year if you're not going to do anything else. Just get your toes wet, and then you'll get hooked.
It's against my religion, but that's just me.
Not a Christmas guy. Or at least not a Christmas lights guy.
Not lights.
Yeah. Now, if you do lights, do you like colored lights or do you like white lights? What do y'all prefer?
I'm a blue guy myself.
Really?
I'm a blue man.
I hear you, man.
I have multicolor on my house because of my wife.
Yeah.
However, I'm a one white guy.
I'm a white. Yeah, I like all white. I like.
Classic.
Yeah, I like it to look like snow when you know we don't have.
Yeah. I want to make my house look nicer than what it really is.
I'm a uniform guy. Are you
Yeah.
that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like my stuff.
These guys, weirdos.
Blue lights. Who does blue lights?
I think there's 3 courses this week on Christmas lights.
Yeah, so Dave, I'm actually going to the Christmas light contracting class tomorrow. It's a paid for class. It's 8 hours. I got a steal on it when I think Fred or Tyler, I can't remember. I think it was Fred dropped the price to like $99, and I jumped all over it. And then I think now it's like $299. So still worth $299. So I advise you, if you're here, take that class.
Are you taking a lot of notes?
Probably gonna take notes.
Just cheat off your paper.
Yeah, if you can read my handwriting.
Sleep in.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm gonna live stream it.
Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
That's why we should live stream the classes. That'd be awesome.
If you want it live streamed, just go ahead and hit that Venmo up at the bottom.
That's right.
Just kidding.
Oh.
20 minutes.
Oh no! Everybody's trying to talk me into doing Christmas lights, and there's something about being off from Thanksgiving to March 1st. It just is so appealing to me.
Well, you can still be off from about. You can take December off until about mid-January. Then you take them down until a week or two. Then you're off to March.
Be like the Grinch and just rip them down.
That's exactly how you do
But
it.
I mean, you pretty much pressure wash for fun though, anyway, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
said.
oh yeah. This is true.
If I had Mike's money, I'd done it time.
Sheepers, creepers. You only knew.
So it's not by the lot and it's not by the hour, Josh. It's by the foot. Every how many feet you're working with, there's a price per foot. It's kind of a rule of thumb. A lot of people will tell you $8 to $12 per foot for like gutter lines, stuff like that. Now you'll have to figure it out for your area, but that's kind of what they say. Then you can price everything else by the strand if you're doing minis, and then if you're doing wreaths and stuff. You need to factor in what that's going to cost you. You probably need to at least triple what it's going to cost you. That way you can make some money, make it worth your while.
There's some storage involved there too, though.
There's some
right?
storage, so you really need to price it right. Don't go out here and price this for like $3 or $4 a foot, because you ain't gonna make no money going out and hanging it, coming back and taking it down, and then having to store it. So with the Christmas light business, there's two ways to do it, and we'll get more into this. We'll have someone come on that's doing real well. JC might even come back on and talk about Christmas lights. We've done one with him before talking about it. But if you can either do a rent model or you can do an owner model. There's really no right or wrong answer to that. But one of the biggest guys in the business, Patrick Walker, he sells the Christmas lights. He is totally in opposition of renting. But some of the other big guys are totally in opposition of selling, and they only rent. So it's whatever you want to do. you go.
Ah.
Actually, you shouldn't install a customer's lights because your insurance may not cover it. Could be faulty on your insurance because you didn't provide the material.
Now, what do? Do you take measurements of the house and cut the line of lights to fit, or
It comes in a strand,
And
like
they
a
just
row.
rent?
Comes on like a spool of every how many feet you order. Then you can pretty much custom cut it. I usually I'll call it bulb up. I will just put the bulbs on them, 250 to 550 feet at a time, and put it in a tote. And then I just pull it out and I work my way around and cut it as needed. And then mark where I'm cutting with a colored zip tie. And I take a picture of the house, and then wherever that cut with that zip tie is and that color, I circle that section and put that color that circle there. That way I know when I put them back up. Shut up, Mike.
Sorry.
Good stuff.
Anyways,
just the
anyways,
thought.
Stuff,
one of
Mike.
these days we'll have a video about Christmas lights, and we'll make it fun.
That's good stuff.
Sorry.
But just so I'm clear, once you cut them to fit, right?
Yeah.
You rent them. You don't actually install them, or do you install them?
You install them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you do everything.
Gotcha.
You go back out, 8:30 at night when the bulb's out, or you didn't tighten it up the right way, or you cross-threaded it.
Right. So what do you do
You're
on
like-
these steep pitch roofs? I mean, how do you?
You look like a little spider monkey up there.
Man, I'm a big boy. I'm
I'm
a
big
little
too.
nervous, brother.
I'm pretty big too.
I get nervous on some of the gutter jobs.
A goat. You got to get a goat.
Yeah. I've got
Gotta
to
get
get
pitch.
balls.
You got to get pitch hoppers. You got to get cougar paws, and you got to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, sir.
And you got to have a big ladder.
Goat. They're talking about you.
Yeah, I know. I'm the greatest.
You're the goat of all time. Like the greatest of all time of all time.
Of all time.
I'm the goat of goats.
The goat of goats.
I want a shirt that says that, Mike.
We go to the
The goat of goats.
Goat of goats. That would have been a good one.
Look good.
So
I'm
tomorrow,
copywriting.
Friday, I'm wearing my I smell like bleach shirt.
Sean, how do we price gutters? You talking about cleaning? It's per the foot. For me, at least, with a minimum of $299, $300, because I don't want to clean it. That's just me. I don't care if I ever clean another gutter in my life. In fact, I hate cleaning gutters so much I cut every tree down around my house so I don't have to clean my own.
Absolutely.
But yet they'll climb up a side of a house and hang lights like Santa Claus or like what's his name on Christmas Vacation. This guy right here, by the way, he did not want me to say this because he's humble. This guy right here is humble, okay? But I feel compelled to tell you this. If you know of anybody who needs their tennis courts cleaned, this guy right here, he'll be your Huckleberry.
What about all that?
All right, what am I missing?
I'm going to tell you how not to do it, or don't do it.
Hey, I seen someone post earlier about they lost a bid to a $1,200 company. Did you see that?
I've seen it.
One of the Facebook groups. 5 courts. It was like 27,000 square feet. And they bid it for $1,200, and there's surface cleaner lines everywhere.
Have at it.
So here's the thing, yeah. So he's telling the truth about the courts, man. So we took on a job the other day at a local high school. We took on a job at the local high school where I'm at. 6 tennis courts. I bid that job. He was like, nope. And so now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I've never done a tennis court in my life. I knew I wasn't going to put a surface cleaner on it, and for good reason. He finally took the bid that I offered him next, and so we went out there to do the job. Naturally, we put the SH all over it. Started trying to rinse it down. Well, the oxidation was nuts. We got all the mold mildew off the courts, but we had to soft wash all those courts. And once the oxidation started getting moved around, we started seeing that someone prior to us had used a surface cleaner. Bro, that was the ugliest tennis courts you've ever seen in your life. And so I'm worried because the guy that hired us wasn't there when we were cleaning them. But he finally come rolling up at the end of the job. And we've gotten all the the black, if you will, off the courts, but it looked like somebody had sprinkled powder everywhere on these things. We could not get them clean because you can't get a consistent clean unless you use something like a surface cleaner, where you'll overlap right, push the water off and all that. We were using the M5 Twist with wands and trying to just rinse it off, not really pressuring anything. But we had so much oxidation that when we got to the edge of the court where everything finally flowed to, it looked like piles of sand laying there. And we washed all that off, but still when it dried, we had all the white crap laying everywhere. It was, they were clean, but they had white everywhere. It looked like somebody had walked around with baby powder and just spread it everywhere, man.
So has the rain helped?
The rain helped it, yeah.
Okay.
After about, and it wasn't the SH because we were there 2 days and worked at least 8 hours each day.
Cheapers.
And I'll never do it again unless the money's double what I charge. Just tell you straight up, it's not fun. It would be great if they had some kind of a surface cleaner that you would not tear up that acrylic paint, but you have to run a lot of pressure. You really would just be using it to rinse. It's not going to cut anything off.
You'd probably have to have like a Craig valve on it to drop it down to like 500 psi.
It would have to be 500,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I can hold that.
But it was
Yeah.
a nightmare.
I figured it is.
I can't move it.
I forgot about that.
Anyway,
Let's sleep with your right arm tonight.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Oh, that's funny
I
stuff.
did a tennis court a couple of weeks ago. It was shot already, but I did soft wash it, and it was so bad. I mean, I'm talking shot. So it was like, I couldn't have done anything to mess it up. I did take the mini Mondo out on one section of it, turned it down to about 500 psi. Now, it did help with the rinsing.
Yeah.
It helped real well because I'm still getting the bypass flows coming out, but I'll have to show you a picture. It was bad.
Yeah.
I charged accordingly for it. But still, yeah, it sucked. I don't think, man, if I was going to do another one, I don't know that I'd do it for anywhere. Like if I did a real nice one, I'd have to get like 50 cents square foot.
I wouldn't do a bad court for less than $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to tell you now, and that would be hitting it low.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think I was about.
yeah, I would be closer to that number. Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Great question here. Great question. He says, Scene Weaver says, I just like saying that.
See, we were,
I like saying it. I have a question. If you could create the perfect pressure washing season, what would it look like for you? All residential house washes? ? All roofs? ? Concrete? ? Definitely not concrete. Size houses, commercial.
back to back vinyl, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what he just said. Back-to-back vinyl.
Going roofs, shingled roofs,
And Jeremy says shingled roofs,
not metal.
not metal roofs. No. Yeah, I like a good mixture of house washing and roof washing. Concrete is easy, But-
It's
But they're-
easy, but you have to worry about the surface. You cannot put too much pressure on these things, but you will get a call back when people start noticing the aggregate in the concrete. You got to really be easy with that.
and if you're going to do a lot of concrete, your lower back's going to be
Yeah.
throbbing you, but it's easy. You don't have to carry any ladders. I mean, I'm pretty short, but I don't have to carry ladders for concrete.
I mean, you're 6'5".
Well,
Yeah.
you might have the numbers backwards, but the numbers are correct.
I forgot you used acid the other day.
That's right. I love two-story vinyl houses.
All
Yep,
day.
2,400 square feet houses, 3,000 square foot all day. I can if they're in a cul-de-sac, I can do like 25 of them a day. That's a big cul-de-sac, by the way.
Joe did 25 before noon.
Did you see what Nick Stanton put out today?
The
He
roof,
landed at HOA,
the roofs.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that'd be pretty cool.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, he's got a big.
I bid 14 one time, and I was apparently way off.
Yeah.
And I thought I was doing partial roofs, front halves only. Apparently I was way off, and I thought I was way low.
Really?
They still haven't been cleaned.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean.
How many do you notice a day now? Ever
Everywhere.
Since we started working, man,
My
I
wife
spotted
noticed
it.
it too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
plenty of work out there to be done. You just got to get the client to realize it.
That's it. Sean, I'm sorry, buddy. You just kind of, it just works. I mean, it's not your fault. Blame your mom and dad for that one.
Where was he located at? Where you at, Sean? You in North Carolina or you in Florida?
Oops, sorry. I'm over here. I'm
Josh,
flipping him the bird. I wasn't really flipping you the bird.
All right, man. I get it.
So,
Wilmington. Sean, I was just in Wilmington back in March.
I'm North Carolina too, man.
Feel sorry for y'all. Y'all boys over there.
Sean, what are you getting for concrete in Wilmington?
You in the middle of the state?
Right, dead smack in the middle. Just called the triad.
Oh,
It's the same
do you
as
know?
Greensboro, dead center of the state.
Do you know Ashboro?
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Trump was less than 20 minutes from where I live today doing a rally.
Is that Ashboro?
Ashburn, North
Well,
Carolina.
that's where
Josh
this.
Cagle, yeah.
Was you there, Joe? Was you at the rally? I'd die to be there, man. I'd
I
hope
wanted,
to be there.
I wanted to go, but we flying out here. So.
Yeah, see, I don't get that, man.
What's that mean? What's he talking about?
17 cents a square foot for concrete.
That's what I just got on this bus depot in Winston.
I'd be
Maybe
getting 20 on commercial.
maybe for commercial, but residential, I'm no less than 25 cents a square foot.
It is 20 minutes from there, he said. Yeah, we're neighbors, brother. I'm in Sophia.
Did you say Sophia?
Sophia, North Carolina.
And
Yep.
Sophia's one of my favorite people from Go Girls.
I know, that's right.
You're awfully big to be living in
Well, I
Sophia.
was born and raised in a little town called Trinity, North Carolina. He'll know that one as well. Go Bulldogs. But we live now in a little town beside that called Sophia.
Randleman?
Randleman. Yep. My son graduated from Randleman.
Huh. Small world.
Skyrise pressure washing.
He cleans all the big buildings.
Skyrise pressure washing.
Skyrise.
Now there is another one near us called Skyline, but we are Skyrise pressure washing.
I would have suspected Skyline. You got Skyline up in Cincinnati? Pressure washing? Power washing?
That would be a good one.
That would be a good one for you. You would have
Gold Star pressure washing.
Gold Star pressure washing?
5-star.
Oh yeah. So
Don't
by the
get it in
way,
the name.
I don't know if you saw that we had 60 companies show up at our blessing of the rigs last Saturday. 60 companies. Yeah.
They come to see Mike Carmody. They come to meet Mike.
Are you in Chicago, River Valley? I don't know why I would ask that question if you wouldn't have said it if you weren't. My daughter lives in Wrigleyville. That's a Big 10-4, Sean. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that name.
You got a question?
I do.
Yep.
I think the best way to get a job around here with all the competition. I work full time and do pressure washing on the side for now. Josh, honestly, man, like what I said a little earlier, if you were on the podcast at the beginning, we're not by any means killing it. Okay, let's just be honest. We didn't start until last September, so this is our first full season. We are paying the bills. You know, I'm just going to be as transparent as I can. We're paying the bills. Not getting rich by no means right now, but man, it's like I told a younger fella the other day who's come to work with us on a couple of jobs. He's got a company as well, and we had a couple of jobs that was a little too big for just me, my son, and our one truck. So he came out and we talked about it. And honestly, man, if you're not trying to set yourself apart by putting your face out there, you've got to, in today's world, in any business you're in,
Apologize.
you have got to get comfortable putting yourself out there. You cannot just hang your shingle up and say, hey, I'm in business. You know, call your friends and family. Naturally, they're going to want to help you out, or most of them will. But,
So you're asking me.
man, you've got to try everything. If you're going to put out, you know, any type of advertisement, that's all well and good, but you need to put a face to the name. So I would say, you know, get comfortable on camera, man. Use social media. There's a lot of free ways to put your name out there with social media. People don't like to take advantage of it because they're nervous about getting out there as people see in their face. Look, man, I'm 312 pounds. I'm nothing to look at, but I've got to pay the bills, okay? So I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. What has helped us the most? Google my business page, and then any platform that we could get on for free and put the word out there. You know, I'm trying to get to the point where I can work with Gage Lake. I think he does pretty good work. I don't know if you know him. He's been on the podcast a couple times, I think. But I'm just trying now to get to where I can afford to work with him on a regular basis. So to get there, get uncomfortable. That's what I'm going to tell you, man. Put it out there. Let people see you doing work. Let people see what you're all about. Do the best job you can. And I'll see Cam, my son, on there. He's agreeing with me. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Just let people know what you do, how you do it, and just be real. You don't have to be fake and make up a bunch of stuff. Just let them see you do your work, and do your work to the best of your ability, man. You want people raving about your service. And what I tell people on the job is, we need a 5-star review, and we're not leaving it till we earn it. That's what I tell people.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Ooh. I like that.
Yeah. Learned it from you, man. You two guys, brother.
Did I tell you I got my 300? It's 300?
Yes.
300.
Awesome.
You've cut me 300 times.
Did I tell you?
We just hit 30. So that tells you how good we are.
That's right, baby.
But my goal was 20, so we're 10 over the goal for the year. So. Tell them, Dad. I love you, boy. That's my son, Cameron. He's my partner, by the way. Couldn't do it without him.
Cameron's down the room convalescing.
He is. He's feeling a little rough from the trip out. So
Get better, buddy. We need you up here.
yes, sir. And my wife too. Thank God for her, man. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what we'd do.
You're right, Sean. The first thing they know that the customer knows about you is that you're a better marketer than anyone else. And that a lot of times that's all they need to know.
Yeah. Marketing should be your number one biggest expense, your number one effort. Everything should be in the marketing.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Ooh, look here.
It's awesome. I'd love to get me a hotel.
Yes,
So
sir.
he's in my area.
Is he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If this is the same Brian.
Can we?
He's in your. I mean, your area is pretty much the United States of America. So
Is that okay, Mike? I mean, are you okay?
I'm not happy about it
You're not
all of a
happy about it
sudden.
at
I
all.
liked him right up till just now.
Right till now.
Hey, Bright, where are you located?
Yeah, where are you at?
Making
buddy?
sure this is the same guy. And what hotel is it? And are they still taking bids?
Mike going in there and sniping with a $99 prize.
Yeah, don't skip leg day. Leg day is where it's at. Leg day is where it's at, homie. We should just put you. Why are you on? Oh, because you have two cameras.
I'm only on one. Now.
Right,
the
that's
pro.
why you're on. I just saw three.
He shows up
I was gonna say we should have had you just had your own camera.
Yeah, he shows up with 2 cameras, man. He's the man.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
Okay, you're right, Bright. I apologize. There's your logo looks very similar, and you'll see I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm blind as a bat, bro.
I was just using that for the comments. Hey,
I was
there
just
you go,
coming to
Mike.
hang out in the corner, man.
Another question for you.
Do you get your bleach and supplies from Hekim? I do. Just recently started checking out MVP in our
Oh,
area
good
there
job.
in Kernersville.
You're right there.
Oh, sorry, I'm new with this. But yeah, we started off with TKM, Kernersville, and then you got MVP over there as well. They're right there about the same price on SH.
What kind of questions does everybody have? Does anybody got any more questions? I feel like answering some questions tonight. Make them easy, please. Or make them hard.
Your name's Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
See at the bottom there?
Oh, he's on my other camera.
I'm Jeremy's guest.
I see no names on my screen though. You know?
Love look, Mike. Buddy.
Yeah.
Those A-frame signs, I love those things.
How important is it getting Google and set up a website? I get most of my jobs from Facebook, word of mouth, and door knocking. So I'm going to say that getting on Google is very important. Website, probably not so much. I have one. Mike don't have one. But getting on Google, getting verified, and getting those reviews are only going to help people find you. I feel like that's probably one of the most important things you can do as far as for marketing is getting that established and getting that going and getting reviews. That way people can find you and see what other people are saying about you. Now, don't get me wrong, Facebook is great as well, and so is word of mouth. Word of mouth is probably my favorite thing because word of mouth is almost an instant sale. You know, there's nothing no better than a word of mouth referral.
And you're going to get that by giving the best work you can give. I mean, you want to get that 5-star service so people rave about you. You want your name to be the first person they come up with when someone asks them about pressure washing. And giving the best service you can is going to get that for you.
Here's a good one.
Did I see something about a CRM?
Yep. I pulled it up there.
Oh. No, you're good. He pulled it up.
So, Jeremy and I have Mark8. So all three of us have Mark8. However, I think all three of us would say that's what we like because that's what we've got. I've never used anything else. I will say that Mike Vadan has Quote IQ and Bright Power Wash says Quote IQ or Jobber. I always promote people within the industry if I possibly can. And so my suggestion would be to look into Quote IQ, Jobber, and or Mark8 and see what you think about those three. But if they're equivalent to what you need, then go with Quote IQ. Again, because Mike is in the industry and he knows his stuff. I like to support people in the industry if I possibly can.
I would be interested in going with Quote IQ or at least checking it out because after hearing Mike talk about that review multiplier, that's very intriguing to me. I think that'd be an excellent thing to add on to even ramp up more reviews.
He's got a ton of years in the business too, so he knows all the ins and outs of what you would need to make it streamlined for you. I would imagine it'd be a pretty good CRM.
Never done one, brother. I have never done one.
Good for you, man.
But you need that zero turn.
So, yeah, Mr. Toybox, you need to get up with Mike Armone, I believe. Is that how you say his last name? Armone? High flow system, high-low systems. High-low? Pretty sure it's high-low.
High flow. Sure,
High flow is that, right? That's North Georgia areas. It's high-low solutions, I believe. Anyways, you can check out with Nick Staten. Nick has got some of his equipment, and he's got the Beast. Check out Sean Hoderman. Sean's got a lot of experience. He's got a riding mower as well. He's done garages. I know Mike builds some really nice equipment, some high output equipment, and another one is John. What's John's last name? Is it, how do you say Cornabine?
I know
John's from, Clean County Power Wash, I believe. He's up in New York. He actually has, you're already doing parking garages, but he has a lot of information. Probably be a good resource to touch base with on that one.
Yeah, I think Nick Stanton, he's working all up and down the East Coast now.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he does a lot of hotels and stuff like that, big commercial business. He's big time in there, getting big anyway.
So Mark8 is, if I can throw that back up there real quick, Mark8 is $30 a month, or at least it was. It may be a little bit more than that.
It's
And
about
that
50 now.
and that's at its basic level. So $50 at its basic,
49 bucks.
$49 at your basic level, and then at least in the past it was $10 per add-on, and I get 2 add-ons. Now I guess I'm grandfathered in at $50 a month for the standard plus the 2 add-ons. I pay $50 a month plus I pay the whole year in advance, which gets me at least 1 month for free. 1 month for free. I absolutely love it, but then again, it's all I've ever had, and I don't take advantage of everything that it does, so I don't know that I need anything else.
I've got a couple of family members who do home services as well, different line of work, but home services, and they've used some of the other CRMs mentioned, and they came up market.
Hey, Ron, what's going on, buddy? Are you here at the Huge? Drop it down below. Let us know. We'd love to meet you. Got a legend on here tonight.
Yeah.
Got a legend.
2 legends.
Yeah.
Guy right there in the bottom.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's right.
That's right there.
That's very accurate.
Care to answer that?
Well, let's just say he didn't have to pay for his food tonight.
Hold on, get some light on this. They're pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie.
You wait another month, you won't need to put any light on them.
You ride,
They're
you ride
bright.
a lot of bicycle when you was a kid?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I still do every now and then. Quote IQ has too many bugs. I could not say, but I trust you on that. I just wouldn't know.
JC!
Oh,
It's Jeremy!
There's another one. There's a famous one.
What's up? We're doing our podcast.
You're live, brother. You're live. You guys might remember JC. He came on the podcast a time or two. He's down there. Looks like he's getting his drink on. I don't know. I can't see. I don't have my glasses, so.
Let's see here. What are the other questions? I'm missing the questions. Yes, self-employed moron. We're having a great time. I like that name. American Pro Sudsucker. I don't use a Sudsucker. Does anyone ever use a
I've got
Sudsucker?
one, man, and I can't get it to work. I need to call and find out why. I mean, it's hooked up correct. I got to put it in there, man, pull the trigger, and nothing.
Nothing. I've never used one. I have no feedback on that.
American Pro Wash, if the Super Sudsucker was pulling 5 or 6%, none of us would be using 12 volts and or gas roof pumps.
You ain't going to get that.
You'd be lucky to get 2%, maybe.
Not saying it don't work. Maybe I'm not doing something
Hang on.
wrong.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I use it all the time. I use it almost every day. I always use it when the question is, might you use your 10 gallon per minute machine much? Yes. Almost exclusively for concrete cleaning. But I do. I use it all the time.
Did you answer this one?
Sooner. It's just there's only one answer.
I've seen Get It Now. Now.
Yesterday.
You should have done had it. Shame. I'm just kidding. I'm not shaming you, but shame. Maybe I am. I don't know. I mean, listen. I know you're probably thinking, gosh almighty, it's another thing I have to pay for. I don't know how many houses you're washing, man, but let's just hypothetically say you're getting at a minimum $250 for your bare minimum house wash. That's your go-to price. I mean, that's going to pay for it for the whole year. If you get Marquette, that's pretty much going to pay for it for the year. It's going to pay 6 months of it. Go ahead. I mean, do it, man. It makes life so much easier.
So something else to consider, Sean, if you just, again, like Jeremy, I don't know how much work you're doing, but let's just say $50 a month, which that's your starting rate. I realize that. But then multiply that by how many, or divide that by how many customers that you've had. Well, that's that's what your customers are paying. Just add that much more to your rate. So what is it going to be? $2 more, $3 more? Probably not that much. Again, I don't know how much business you're doing, but there's two things, maybe three, but certainly two things that I'm never going back to. I'm never going back to a pen and pad, and I'm never going back to a manual. I'm never pulling a hose out of a bucket ever again.
You're never not going to have a Flow Pro.
I will always have a Flow Pro, yes sir.
And hey, Sean, by the way, since I showed you on it, I just need to go ahead and send you my affiliate link, okay?
That's right.
Just remember us small people around here.
Hey Josh, just to let you know, I did see that, man. We'll get together, man. Hit me up on Facebook so we can link up and we'll spend some time. I've got another friend in the business that we've started recently hooking up and talking about things. I took a little bit of advice from Mike. He said, hey man, you need to get up with guys in your area, quit worrying about, being in competition and start, trying to link up, because you never know. You might need some help here and there, and I did. I actually had 2 jobs where I needed help, and I had my buddy come in with me, Central NC Pressure Cleaning is who that is, and he came in and worked with me a little bit and helped us out a lot. So, yeah, we'll definitely get together, man, and see what we can do about, hanging out, talking shop, or whatever.
Are you close to Levi?
He's in Wilmington, isn't he?
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville. That's it's like on the road.
I don't know where that's at.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of central. I don't really know where that's
He's
at.
more going towards
east?
the coast.
Okay.
Yeah, more east of us. But man, he's got some pretty good ideas. Some of the things I see him talk about. He's kind of on the innovative side, I think.
He's definitely on the innovative side.
Yeah. He tries a lot of stuff.
I don't know how close you were to him. I seen him posted something earlier about that upstream setup.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how close you were.
I'm just old country boy, so I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about. I'd rather see it in person than talk about it, but we'll see. Right now, I just want to spray water and clean dirt and grime. When the new stuff comes along, which that's one reason I'm here at the Huge. I'm shopping a hot water machine. Yeah, we're going to need it, man, if we are going to get into that commercial thing.
So I see in North Georgia Atlas. Do you follow them?
I do.
Did you see his live he had on yesterday or the day before? They had like a $7,200 sale on a hot 8-gallon.
8 gallon? That's what I want, 8 gallon.
I think they're bringing it. They're bringing a bunch of different stuff this year.
What brand, do you know?
Mighty M.
I've looked at the Mighty M. I just looked at one in T-Can the other day.
72. I think it was 72.
It was a 5.6 though. I'm looking for the 8.
They also had an 8-gallon that was made onto a hot box, custom for a trailer, and the guy decided that he didn't want it, so they were making a deal on that as well.
And I'm on the fence there, brother. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want a whole self-contained unit.
Yeah.
Or if I want to add a hot box, but then I have to have a generator. So by the time I buy all that stuff,
you get a 12-volt hot box.
Yeah.
If you've got the right machine.
Yeah, I mean I've got an 8. I run Predator. I followed you from the T on the machine. Being the first year in, I wasn't going to go buy the Honda, even though I wanted it bad.
Yeah.
But I started off with the 670s, and I even put a 212 Predator on my AR-45. So yeah, I'm rocking Predator engines right now, man. So being that I have 2 8-gallons and the 45, one of my 8 gallons I want to devote to a hot machine if I can. Put a hot box on it, but
you probably would have to have a generator for that, because I don't think those put out enough.
They don't.
Anyone doing post-construction cleanup? He says, I'm about to reach out to a general contractor and see if I can't land some more commercial jobs.
I am not doing that. I've never done that. I've done post-construction on a house, never commercial. And the only man that I really know that's killing it on post-construction is Nick.
Yeah.
So if you're on Facebook, Mr. Toy Box, you need to get up with Nick Staten, White and Wild pressure washing. He's crushing it and he's killing it. I mean, big stuff. So, and he's all over. He's got his social media's on point. So I'd follow him.
And that gets back to what I was saying about getting comfortable on camera. That dude right there, he's all about camera work, man. Get on there, let people see him, hear him. He is not shy, and you got to get over your shyness if you want to make it. So.
Yeah, I cannot vouch for any type of SEO company. I don't have a website, so I wouldn't be the guy to talk to about
Never
that.
used them.
I know someone I saw a post on Facebook where someone was ripping them a new one, but you know what? I don't trust one person's opinion.
Yeah, man, we get less than 5% of our business from the website.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
It's a credibility thing, man. I mean, it's just something for them to see you're serious. It's not something that's going to just drag in a ton of business for you. And I mean, in our what we've experienced, if we haven't pulled in a ton of business from the website. It's mainly Google, like Jeremy said, man. Google, that's the thing. You got to have Google set up.
Yeah, Nick, Wet and Wild. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. He's busy and he's blown up this year. And I'm not saying I don't mean he's overwhelmed, but I'm saying I'm sure he's getting an overwhelming amount of people reaching out to him. So it probably is going to be hard getting a hold of. And I will tell you, one way to get a hold of someone's attention is offering incentivizing them with some payment. And I don't know if you're up to that or not, or maybe like, hey, if I could get some of your time, what would that cost me? And I'm sure you're talking about doing big post-construction cleanup jobs. It'd be probably well worth whatever money you spend to get in to talk to someone who is crushing it in that. Now, couldn't handle the shirtless pigs.
You ought to see this.
I know. I take mine off, but I don't want to.
Jeremy, show us, buddy. I swear I'll jump. I will jump off this balcony. If Jeremy takes his shirt off, I couldn't get off the balcony quick enough.
The podcast would skyrocket if Mike jumped. What can I say?
More like maybe Mike Vadan, not Mike Germity. Good stuff.
We've been on air in 22 minutes.
Have we? Well, we have. Hour and 23.
We're probably going to take an hour to get situated out here.
I love this stuff. I love, man, we were just sitting around talking about pressure washing. Man, Jeremy and I both, we're always saying that one of the things we really like about our podcast is that it does, for me, and I'm hearing other people say, that it does seem so natural, like this guy sitting around. We're not in a studio ever. It's relaxed, trying to be comfortable with one another. And I don't know that you're getting anything on here that you wouldn't get if we weren't sitting right down there with JC, just hanging out and enjoying one another's company. So we really appreciate everybody joining us every week.
One thing I will say about coming to things like this is you're around other like-minded people. I get more from networking, just like what we're doing right now, or sitting down at the bar, or going out for pizza or whatever at one of these restaurants, than I take away from the actual class.
Yeah.
It's because when you get around someone and it's a comfortable environment, you can pick up so much, and people will just relax and talk to you normal, and give you some insight and give you some secrets. And it's not like they're really expecting anything in return, and it's vice versa. So really, I paid this money to come here, not to even really go to these classes. It's more network and mingle and talk to the people that are here. Yeah. It's worth every dollar.
Along those same lines, Jeremy, what are you most excited to see in terms of equipment? I know
I'm not excited to see anything pressure washing outside of Leon's MoFlow pump setup that I already saw outside in the parking lot when we drove by. And it's the same thing. Equipment's equipment. It's equipment. I'm more excited in seeing some of the Christmas light stuff this year. Maybe dabbling in some checking on some drones. I have a whole thing going on with drones right now that's in my mind. It's messing with my mind. So
Watch with them.
I don't even want to get. I'll tell you the story off the camera because I'm hot about it. But Mike's over here laughing because he knows. But yeah, so I'm checking on a drone.
Now, you will be lucky to see me on the showroom floor twice. More than twice, probably not. I don't really care so much about the equipment. I will be in every class that I can probably get into, because if I can take away something, listen, there's nothing you're going to learn here that's not going to create value in your business, which ultimately will cause your business to grow, which will ultimately cause your bank account to grow. So there's a lot of guys who are like, man, that's going to cost me at least $1,000 to be there. Well, I promise you that it will. But a nugget that you're going to get from one of these classes, or like Jeremy said, hanging out with guys. And by the way, here's a nugget for you. I don't drink personally, but I hang out with those who do, because when they get a few in them, they tell you everything. They tell you everything.
That's true.
They're like, they're just like information vomit, man.
I might even buy them one.
If they're getting close to giving up a nugget, like,
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Here, have some of this.
Yeah.
Now, what were you saying about marketing?
get what you get.
Oh, we just having fun, y'all. Come on.
Hey, so in seriousness, this is my 3rd year here, and from year 1 to year 2, you know, from the first time I went back home and I implemented some of the things I learned. I had almost
Fantastic.
probably a 30% increase. 2nd year to 3rd year, I had probably about another 30% increase. So, man, if I can take home another 30% here, it's well worth it.
Oh, sure.
So, in all honesty, if you take just one thing and you implement it, you will benefit yourself and your business.
Let me jump in there real quick. Someone just a few minutes ago very jokingly said, I'm going to change my name to Mike so I can pick up more business. Can I tell you something that I think most people do not know about me, but then most people simply do not implement this into their business? My truck is a mobile classroom. Most of you know I've been traveling all season long, just about every Thursday night, from Ohio to Virginia to work on that apartment. That's a whole nother story. But that's 7 hours, and I listen to almost zero music. It's all podcasts. And by the way, almost none of it is pressure washing related. It's all business, it's all sales, it's all marketing. And from Ohio to Virginia, from Virginia to Ohio, literally 14 hours of education. My truck is a mobile classroom. And that's why when I come to an event like this, man, I'm soaking it in like a sponge. I'm probably taking more notes. My knuckles are hurting by the end of this weekend from taking notes, getting the extra DVDs, whatever they have, so that I can soak in information. Information is power. Boom.
So, Justin, it's funny you said that because I've had an Audible account for 8 months, and I have about 7 credits, if that tells you anything, because I never pay attention to it, and I just pay for it. So on the way over here, I'm another one. I'm always listening to YouTube sales or something on YouTube while I'm driving. And I said, man, I got this Audible account. And so they buy a book. So I just bought the E-Myth Revisited, and I listened to probably about an hour and a half of it on the way over here. And I was like, man, this is pretty enlightening right here. So I'm excited to get through it. And I got the book at home. I've just never read the book. So I'm going to finish that book on the way back home. So absolutely.
I'm gonna put some stuff in the chat here to answer a question. This is what I like.
Podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm typing in some, and it may come up with both me and Jeremy.
Yeah, it's fine.
And that I did spell that correctly. It's Chris Doe Those are, oh, shoot, what's Marcus? I forget Marcus's last name. Go ahead. What do you got? What do you like?
What do I like?
Podcast.
Podcast wise, I listen to Tim. Is it Tim Keller? I'll have to see. Let me go off camera here for a minute. I'm sure you can probably technically still hear me. But I'll give you my podcast list, which is.
If you can't hear him, Jeremy's off camera. He's pulling up his contact list or his podcast list for us.
So I listen to Timothy Keller. He's a pastor. The Sales Factory. Coach Carroll. Fullerton Unfiltered. The School of Greatness, the Home Service Expert Podcast, which is Tommy Mello, Maxwell Leadership, Carrie Newhoff with the Leadership Podcast, Sling and Sauce, the Magnetic Marketing Podcast, Dan Kennedy, which is the GOAT, Russell Brunson, Craig Rochelle, and the Wash Bros Podcast. So tons of podcasts there that you should probably listen to.
Well, I'll pull mine up then if we're just getting into this. Oh, hey, what's going on, bro?
How are you, dude?
I'm doing well. How are
Nice to meet
you?
Good.
You're not
Y'all,
sick,
listen,
are you?
This is my son Cameron. He's
Dude,
my partner.
Dude, this guy right here.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cameron.
We just met.
Yep. Just
So much better looking in person. Am I right about that?
Yeah. Thanks to his mother. Thanks to
Oh,
his mother.
my
I look just
God.
like him. So yeah. You should see pictures when he was younger. Looks just like
Okay.
me.
Without the beard.
Okay.
So it gets worse. I promise. It gets worse.
Huh? What
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. Bless his heart.
How
Sorry, I
old-
came in a little late, but
Cameron, let's talk to Cameron for a little bit. Cameron, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20. The
I will
big
be
20.
21 in February.
What do you think about pressure washing
It is probably the funnest job I've ever had.
in all of your experience of life?
Oh yes, I love it. It went on yours.
Maybe,
Okay.
you guys,
Hey, that's
okay.
whatever.
Let's do this. Let's do this for a little bit. Cam is on. He's 20 years old. This is his first season with Dad. Pressure washing. Ask him questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's unfiltered. He'll answer, I'm sure.
Justin Little, you're about 30 minutes from the Skyrise boys.
Okay.
man.
Very
We're in the
cool.
middle of nowhere, so luckily you know where we are.
That's my favorite place.
Yeah, I love it. Why?
What do you think about those tennis courts?
Oh, I'll do them again.
Not for that price.
Not for that price. Yeah. I had fun. It was a lot of rinsing. Someone said it earlier with surface cleaning. People don't realize how much rinsing it is. It's true. First time I ever did a driveway, you think you just go down it with a surface cleaner and then the water washes off and that's it. No, it's not that easy. On tennis courts, you can't put pressure on it, so we just soft washed it and let it sit for not too long, and then right after we washed it off. Problem with that is oxidation, and a lot of stuff comes with it, so we had to make sure we got it even and it didn't look too bad. It took about a 2-day job. Definitely tired afterwards, but definitely worth it in my opinion, because knowledge is power, and the more knowledge I gain, it just helps me out. So
Just have at it.
yeah.
Take it. I'm going to bed.
He's going to have a 7-figure business
This
when we
guy.
get back home.
So,
Look, I wish I felt like that when I was
What
20.
part is that for me? What part do you enjoy the most about exterior cleaning? Ooh, that's a tough one. He knows the answer. I just complained about it, but surface cleaning. He does a lot of the spraying. I have, which sounds random, but I love to tell people this. I have gray eyes, so when I look into the sky, it's really hard to see for me. So when people clean houses and they're really good at it, they probably have darker eyes than I do. So I let him clean houses most of the time, just because he can see all the dirt and the grime on the vinyl. I stick to surface cleaning. I love flat work. It's like my favorite thing on the planet. I can just walk up and down and seeing the dirt come clean. It's just awesome. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite part. But pressure washing in general is fun, so I don't think there's really a favorite part of mine. So
what about what's your worst? What's your least favorite part? Can I guess?
what we do?
Talking to Dad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Dad's least favorite part is sliding down an asphalt shingled roof when it's like 185 degrees.
Yeah.
I got the mark to prove it.
Yes.
That is a burn. Oh, go, yeah, go.
You see the mark? Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
See that mark right there? That was a lot worse a few weeks ago. 3rd-degree burn. Right
That one kind of.
I had to.
I'm sorry.
It kind of set us back a little bit on
I would have loved to.
when how much we want to do gutter cleaning.
But,
Yeah, it's bad.
Here's, we're going to go back just a little bit here. How do we feel about QR codes? Yeah, we're in 2024, my friend. So QR codes, we use them. If you were to look at our church bulletin every Sunday, there's probably literally no less than a half dozen QR codes just about the nursery. So QR codes is where it's at.
So the whole time I was coming down, my foot about to rip out his shoe.
That's funny. Yeah. That job definitely set us back for gutter cleaning a little bit. We kind of rethought gutters after that job. He burnt himself up.
Jeremy, what's your favorite part of pressure washing? I guess he's asking what
Going home
service.
at the end of the day.
yeah. When it's over.
Yeah, when it's over.
Sleep
My favorite part-
afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking my favorite part about it, is probably that dwell time when you're just watching something change, watching it go from green to clean, and just seeing that transition. Especially really nice when you're hitting something with a hot mix and it's like almost instant. You're like, ah.
Especially on a roof.
Yeah, on the roof. And, I really hate it when it gasifies and it about chokes you out if you don't have a respirator on. But I do enjoy a good transformation. Makes me feel like I've had therapy and it feels good.
My favorite part of pressure washing is customer interaction. I say that, but it doesn't hurt my feelings when the customer isn't home. But that's one reason I don't do a whole lot of commercial, is because with commercial, you don't get a lot of customer interaction. You may get employee interaction, management interaction, but homeowner interaction. Homeowners love their homes. They just love their homes. So if we can help take care of their home for them, then they love us. I call it the smiles business. So customer interaction is what I like the most. If we're just talking about service, the service that we provide, what do I like the most? It would just be vinyl, downstreaming, 2-story houses, in and out. That's what I like.
I'm a soft wash guy. All about the AR-45. I love it.
AR-45.
I love it. People hear mixed reviews about it, but we have not had one bad thing happen with an AR-45.
So far, where's some wood at?
So you know what's funny is I've had a P40 and I had issues pretty much from the gate, out of the gate. And I had probably when I was doing that tennis court, I haven't made a video in a while, so I haven't really posted it. But the output side of the pump, going from the pump to the hose reel, the hose bar broke off.
Yeah.
And it just broke off out of nowhere. So I ended up having to put a whole new piece on there. What's it called? It's almost like a manifold. I forgot what exactly they called it. But put it back together, put a couple new things on it, and man, it's worked perfect. I don't have a leak. I don't have a problem. So
Man, we do roofs with ours, everything.
I'm mixed about it because I feel like I can downstream faster.
Yeah,
than I can.
it's true.
I can downstream faster if I'm doing vinyl.
It is fast.
But it's like at the same time I do enjoy using the gas rig.
I like it because it's not as heavy as downstream as far as your gun, your DNT and valve, all that. It's a little heavier. As you get through the day, it gets a little heavier and a little heavier through the day, right? But with the 45, because it's a little lighter, I have more control.
Shoot 60 feet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
60 feet. And like to do roofs, we just cut the pressure back and cut the water down on the meter valve and throw a little more SH and we're good to go, man. I love that machine. It's my favorite thing in the truck.
I like it.
Yeah. It's definitely surprised us.
What's going on? What are we laughing about?
I'm having a little
You have a
side
side
convo
chat?
with Yo. It's Trevor.
Mike said Vienna sausages.
Well, that's his go-to on everything.
Yeah.
He'd eat those for breakfast.
I like Vienna sausages.
But they're called Viney.
We call them
Viney
Viney
weenies.
Where we come from.
Tiny weenies.
Jeremy knows.
That's why I guarantee that's why he says these boys ain't. He said those boys ain't from Kentucky.
We are not from Kentucky.
Who is that?
We still south though.
Who's
UNC.
I thought that was
UNC, but it says UNC, but it's got a he's got a
Their Joe Burrow jersey.
he's got a Joe Burrow jersey.
I want to know if it's UNC or if it's UNC. Because I'm pretty sure it's UNC.
I want that to be UNC. They pretty prideful fans.
Whoa! What did you? Is that like a legitimate question?
Vienna sausages.
It's Viney Weenie.
You're out of here,
I
dude.
knew it.
Unc as in
I
uncle.
told
He
you.
was right.
Boom.
Jeremy was right.
What?
Shannon Sharp, baby.
Unc as in uncle.
Oh,
That's right. Who ain't from Kentucky? That's what I want to know.
Jeremy is.
Oh.
He ain't.
You from Kentucky, huh? You got that Cincy jersey on.
Northern
We
Kentucky.
kind of, they Bengal fans. I ain't no Bengal fan. I don't mind them. They okay. I ain't rooting for them. I root for them against the Chiefs.
I ain't gonna say who I'm a fan of.
Steelers.
He will, but I ain't gonna say who I'm a fan of.
Well, you probably are closer to Tennessee, aren't you?
I wouldn't root for Tennessee either.
Okay, well, there you have it.
I root for the Cowboys.
Oh my God.
I did
Hey,
not know that
I
about
see it
you.
the root.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Are you out of here?
Just like that. We closed it
Oh,
off.
is he out of here?
They were
Oh,
kidding.
he's just being silly. Okay.
I can't say it with a Cowboys fan.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a closet Jaguars fan just because, my man throws the football for him. You went clean.
He about to lose that job to Mac Jones.
Old
I
Trevor
didn't know
Lawrence.
that you were a Cowboys fan. Okay.
I am a Celtics fan.
What?
Boston Celtics. Ride or die, baby.
I am a Bird fan.
Yeah, I mean, Boston Celtics at one point were pretty much the Kentucky Wildcats
Larry Bird was bad.
in the late 90s. Bird was a bad man.
He was awful.
Oh, he's a Chiefs fan. Uh-oh. We got one in the chat. He said 3-peat, baby.
Yeah, Brett Powerwash. He knows what's up.
He said 3-peat, baby. Celtics. Yeah.
He knows what's up.
Pretty sure
All right, guys.
Well, this might be the longest show we've ever done.
We're approaching an hour and 45 minutes. And it's
What time is it?
it's only 10 o'clock here.
9:54. Yeah.
First class starts at, well, our class. You guys all jump in if you're able to. 8 o'clock in the morning.
It is at 8 o'clock.
So you got to be registered. And then
I came here to sleep in.
our class starts at 8 o'clock from 8 till 4.
I was going to
Give
talk
you-
to you guys about what I need to take.
I'm going to give you boys a word of advice. Don't eat the breakfast here.
That breakfast
Yeah,
right
you
over
had
there
The
is going to cost
breakfast
you.
at the front.
Last year, man, me and him went to eat breakfast, $97.
Oh, yeah, you don't know then. It's
Yeah.
expensive.
You were
It's
here
crazy.
last year?
It's expensive.
We were here the week before with my wife's company,
Oh,
and they gave
that's
us the
right.
very next week.
It's a buffet.
forget about it.
It's a buffet, and it ain't nothing to brag about. And it's about $35 to $40 a head.
Dude, it's nuts.
For a buffet.
$97 for 2 people.
I'm going across the street to Waffle
There's
House.
a McDonald's over there. I'm going to get me a $1 sausage biscuit. Give me a,
Shoney's open.
let me get 2 for free.
Hey, Shoney's
I'll split it with you.
breakfast bar.
Shoney's.
If it's open,
Well,
they
that's-
used to, yeah, right there next to where y'all ate.
I ain't going to sound like I'm about died there. They had to
Really?
revive me one time.
All right, guys.
I didn't have a pulse after I left there.
I'm a fat boy, so I'll eat wherever.
Waffle House is right there, right?
I like waffle.
I like Waffle House.
Anything better than one waffle, 2 waffles.
Hey, dude, listen, I'm all about tuna. I'm a tuna guy myself.
Tuna. Tuna.
Tuna from Dollar
Viney
General.
Weenie
Hey,
guy.
tell them that you spilling that tuna in your truck.
Oh yeah, a few weeks ago, man, it was like 185 degrees, and I spilled tuna juice down in the floorboard,
Not good.
and it was fine till I got back in the truck after that next wash. I was like, good God, it smells like Florida. it smelled like the South Coast.
Riding down the road in a fish
Oh shoot! I was rolling down the window. Like God, it smells like the ocean in my truck. I sprayed SH all over everything just to try to.
A bad Saturday night.
Oh God, that's good stuff. Jeremy, it's your week to pray.
Is it my week?
It is your week to pray.
Is it my week?
Yeah, I prayed last week.
Is it?
It doesn't matter. We called JC up here and have him pray.
Let's see here. Let me get this pulled back up. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything pulled up here.
Yeah, don't spill tuna in your floorboard, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like you're you're there forever.
Okay. Anybody have anything they want to pray about? I got one who messaged me.
What about his belly?
Yeah.
Pray for his belly and a speedy recovery.
And
Okay.
traveling mercies for everybody that are coming to the huge and back home. Pray for those guys and girls that'll be traveling.
Okay.
Buddy.
All right.
Yoetz Trevor said he would love prayer.
Yoetz Trevor. I kept figuring out, I was like, what does this say? Yoetz Trevor. I like it, man.
I do too. I like that name.
Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and go to the Lord in prayer. All right, Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here tonight and fellowship with one another, Lord. We thank you for our friends. We thank you for the fellowship. We thank you for safe travels, Lord. As other washers and people are traveling, Lord, we pray for safe travels. We pray for a hedge of protection over them. We pray for a good time at this event, Lord, that we may take away something, Lord, and use it for a blessing in our business, Lord. We thank you for that opportunity. I want to pray for Yoetz Trevor and all his prayer requests, Lord. I pray for my friend Tommy Bain, Lord, as he is just be with him, lead and guide him, and I pray for great results on his doctor visits, Lord. I want to pray for our brothers here with us tonight. What is it again? Stomach. Got a little stomach bug. Pray for Cam's stomach. Lord, pray that he'll get better and have a good event. Lord, we thank you for your son, Jesus, most importantly, as without him, Lord, then it really doesn't matter. So we thank you for Jesus and the gift that you gave us. We thank you for our friends. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen, amen, amen. So good to see everyone this week. It was all over the place, but we had a lot of fun.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.